Welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE PODCAst. It's another week.
NEDO.
Here we go. Hey. I don't want to bore y'all too much. But again, welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE PODCAst, and I am yours truly. I am him, Magneto 7, in the building, like Style say, in the building. But I hope y'all had a wonderful week last week. I hope y'all enjoyed last week's episode. This week we got a lot to get to. We talking about a little bit of music. We're talking about a little bit of health this week. But yeah, welcome again. So first off, I noticed, it's one thing I noticed that's going on, and I have to address it. I know a lot of people probably looking like, yo, this guy's the old guy. I'm not the old guy. I am kind of a dinosaur in the industry, but anyway, check it out. This is something that's been kind of bugging me a little bit with what I've seen going on. I'm not calling no names because some of it may have happened directly in our camp. I'll just say that I'm not gonna go in by the who and the what, the why, when, and all that stuff. But I want to start this episode by kind of addressing placement and positioning in the business and roles, if you may, right? And check it out. I got my Jasmine tea with the M on that joint. Look at it. Look at the M. The M is on that joint. But I want to address the difference, and this is light. It's somewhat light, but again, I'm gonna probably sound like the old guy, but whatever. The difference between being a beat maker, a producer, and an executive producer, and I might throw manager in there too, cause I think everybody kind of gets these channels mixed up. All right, so first off, beat makers. What up, beat maker? Hey, beat maker, where you at? Hey, beat maker, where you go? Hit her. Hey, beat makers, that's you. This is for you. All right, beat makers. Where can I start? When you make beats, and again, nothing's wrong with what I'm telling you. Everything is great. Everybody has a position in the business, on the record, on a project, we'll say that. But beat makers, when you go to a label or you go to a artist, and if you just make beats, just say, hey, I make beats. What that consists of is you either producing the song and Fruity Loops. So we'll say you beat making the song, like tapping that joint out. Or if you got a machine, it's the same thing. You tapping that joint out and you give the artist a beat. Beat maker, right? You didn't really go deep in depth with trying to help the artist figure out a creative direction as it relates to building a song. That's what makes you a beat maker. What makes you a producer? Music producers, where you at? Oh, hold on. I got to get y'all some too. That's enough. Music producers. You are a music producer if you do this. You help the artist arrange the song after you've made the beat. You help the artist, you coach the artist through how to deliver the song to get the best product at the end of the day. So you don't just have an artist that's wrote a song or that recorded a song to a beat that has nothing to do with what they wrote the song about. Like, I know, contrary to what we see on the radio or what we hear on the radio, that is what makes you a producer. You actually coach the artist. You actually maybe gave them some direction on sing this run right here. Okay, right here at minute 30 seconds, I want you to go lower in your register. Oh, can you hit this high C? Can you hit this high C note? Like, that's what makes you a producer, the actual music producer. You didn't just make the beat, you produced the artist, you produced the song. So it's clear. I hope put it in the comments if you understand. But that's what this means. All right, executive producers. Oh, y'all one of the most important ones in the bunch. I'm going to give them a long clap because they got that bread. Okay, executive producers. I know a lot of the times we may have seen a beat maker or a producer take executive producer credit. Granted, that can happen a lot of the times. The only reason why that is a possibility sometimes is more than likely the executive producer got the bag. They came up with the money for the artist to get in the studio with the producer. They came up with the playlist for the album. They came up with the marketing strategy with the team and started getting these things together. And then after that, the marketing team got their stuff. The A&Rs, I ain't even talking about y'all yet. It's kind of, I'll talk about y'all a little bit. But you got the A&Rs, you got the marketers, you got the artists, you got the managers, you got the producers. Everybody that came together to make this one project, more than likely the executive producer paid for that. And if they didn't pay for it, they put the stuff together and came up with a plan to get the money and to get everything paid for. That's the executive producer. Same reason why you can see, let's say Marvel Comics. You might see an X-Men movie come up and the rolling credits in the beginning. Because the executive producer, they going to let you know they got that bag. And yeah, this is my, right here. This is my stuff. The executive producer is going to have front rolling credits and back end rolling credits, because for a movie they may have put $500,000 in a piece, and you might have 4 or 5 executive producers on one movie. That's how that works. That's how that happens. And that's why when you get into the movie space, because I touched on the artist space first, this is the movie space. When you get into the movie space, the actual music producer's role turns into composer, right? The reason that is most of the time the music producer had to go on set, they had to take their notes, take some cues and all that stuff, and then go back to the studio and try to create sound that complemented each scene. So you don't just you may have even come up with a song to complement each scene, or you may have came up with the theme song. But more than likely, you had to have some type of direct exchange with the people that's on set to the people that's in post-production, which is the production that's after. And you come up with this masterpiece. So now you're not just a music producer, but you actually composed the music that goes to the soundtrack. I hope that makes sense. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Okay, great. Now, A&Rs. Hold on, I'm going to give y'all this for the A&Rs. A&Rs. I'll say this. I'll start by saying this. I've noticed the best A&Rs came from being music producers at some point. They didn't just start A&Ring a project with no musical background. Like, most of them had at least, I'm going to say, a year or 2 or 3 in the business, and knowing, okay, for Atlantic, we normally go for this type of sound. I'm going to try to look for this type of artist. And now even A&Rs, let's see. I really want y'all to look into other ways of vetting these artists instead of just, yeah, they got 1 million followers on IG and they got 100,000 views on each video on YouTube, so let's sign them. No. Why that's a no-no? This is the reason. When you have so many artists, let's just say for Atlantic, and you got Atlantic, you got Sony, you got Universal, you got all of the sub labels underneath that, like SRC, all of those, Empire, all of those type of labels. The issue that's going on when you find artists based off of the number is the quality of work or the quality of music that the artists produce for the masses. I think we're doing a better job. We're doing a better job of trying to follow, I guess, an organic algorithm when finding artists. But there are still a lot of A&Rs that are just doing nothing. Like, bruh, again, I just want y'all to put a little bit more time, a little bit more effort into finding out where the business needs to go next versus letting social media dictate where it should go. Because when you do that, you have a lot of people that just get into the business. Again, I know a lot of dope boys. I know a lot of regular business people that got good bags. And just because they have good bags does not mean they're going to be the next Beyonce or the next Young Jeezy or the next Jay-Z. That's not a good way of vetting. Or because they have a record. Like, yo, I remember for some time, and it's going to take me to my next subject, but I remember for some time, all the labels would go after an artist that got that's about to go to jail. Like, ooh, they shot somebody last year. Ooh, we gotta sign them. Like, bro, that's not the reason to sign an artist. Oh boy, she was stripping about 3 months ago. She was stripping at Magic City or at Stroke. Like, bro, that's not the reason to sign a artist. When you do that, you're telling the next generation of musicians that's truly musicians too, not that's just musicians to try to cash in, cash out. Like, no offense, I love Cardi. When I heard Bodak Yellow, and I've done this a lot of times. I've done it with Shorty Low, with They Know. I've done it with when 50 was talking. Oh, I got a long story with that one. That's good. But when 50 did Down on Me for Jeremiah, I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of them. When Cardi came out with Bodak Yellow, I was like, oh yeah, she's one of the next. I don't have to hear nothing else because I know how labels go after certain artists and a certain look. So yeah, oh, she stripped. So I was like, oh yeah, she don't mind getting dirty. She don't mind coming with that thought energy. Then I'm not saying Cardi's a thought either, cause she's married. She, shouts out the Offset. But labels go after that energy all the time. It's always happened for years. So I challenge A&Rs. I challenge you to go out and find artists that's really in music for the craft. And that's how you start to change the soundscape of the business. You're not, granted, I do know you can't be stupid and just blind sign anybody. Like, I know, I ain't gonna call her name out, but it's a few artists that were kind of blind signed, and now the label is running up a bag trying to get them hot. And it's been some time. Again, no names. But that happens because you signed somebody based off of a relationship instead of based off the art. Like, come on, let's do better. And I don't want to make this long and drawn out, but Oh, I guess I hit y'all too. Managers. One more time. Managers. Hold on. All right. I do know y'all have a position. There is a art. Excuse me. I'm popping. It's nasty. But there is an art to signing, or not signing, representing an artist that's capable of delivering, right? But right now, what I'm noticing, managers, y'all are real nasty right now. Y'all are real nasty. Managers are trying to act as labels and sign an artist to a production company. So that all that means is the manager is going to come in, they're going to find the artist a deal. They're going to sign the artist to, let's say, Universal. All right. From being the manager, they're going to automatically get that 15 to 20%. And then since they signed the artist to a production deal up front, then they're going to get another percentage off of the actual album sales. And then because you are the manager, you've probably built rapport with the artist. I know, again, y'all nasty. Because you built rapport with the artist is going to feel most comfortable with you being a road manager. And from my experience, it's easy to get a road manager just to act as road manager to get that piece of their money, so that one manager just don't keep eating forever. And then now you're just looking crazy. Y'all here in the streets looking crazy. You assed out in the streets. All the way out here in the streets. So managers. Now I will say I've seen some good managers, right? For the good managers, I'll give y'all claps too, because y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. The good managers. I challenge you to make sure you don't just give the artist stuff over and over just to kind of build more rapport, to build trust with them. All you have to do is really act as a coach and help the artist see where to go next. Help them understand, okay, if you want to put the album out, no, you're gonna pay for the beat, you're gonna pay for the studio time, you're gonna pay for the wardrobe, you're gonna pay for the pictures, you're gonna pay for a video shoot. Now you got to pay for the marketing strategy, or you got to pay for the IG marketing, YouTube marketing. However you plan on pushing the album, that's a cost. Managers, it's your job to help the artist see that cost exists, right? It's my job, people like me, that's here for the financial awareness, the health awareness, all that stuff for the artist, to understand, look, you need to have some type of investment somewhere set up so you can keep this thing rolling. Like, okay, for this cost, that's going to be $500 a month. Do you have an extra $500 a month? Okay, if you don't, let's find you a little part-time job or something to help you push that. Managers, that's your job. Help them see that. Don't pay for it for them. Now, if you just got it like that, cool. But just, even if you have it like that, don't just spend it and then say, oh, I'm going to get on the back end. That's not good enough. Have something set up in the paperwork and telling the artist, okay, look, for up to a $10,000 cap, I'm going to maintain 20% of your music until it's recouped. After that, then we can negotiate, if I get a percentage at all, or, something that you're comfortable with, artists. And I hope I broke that down good enough. If I didn't, please send me a message, because I really want to make sure that everybody gets in the proper positions. Now, there are spaces for the cappers. Cappers, y'all are needed in this business. The cappers are to act as street team, are to act as a street liaison, if you will. It's necessary for artists to have all of these moving pieces, because it helps your brand get bigger and bigger and bigger. The bigger you get, the more the people around you eat. You can keep the train rolling. That's how artists generate jobs off of one album. That's how that happens. Now, last part, I wanted to transition this into the health part because we got Coach Hamp today. Can we say Coach Hamp? Coach Hamp! But I just saw that, and I think it's interesting because I promise if you ask anybody that's been around me, I said this for the longest. I said, when I look at the baby, I see 50 Cent. Everybody's like, no, I don't get it. Like, this is how, because again, I've not only done the beat for people, but I have done the executive producer side of it and setting up what the artist should look like, what kind of marketing strategy is it, what's their strong points. I do that for a lot of people. So when I saw that, I just saw that 50 Cent is mentoring the baby now. I was like, that makes perfect sense. So 50, look, bruh, you right here. We right here. I saw that, and it took me back to when I first saw Suge. When I saw Suge, I said, oh, this is North Carolina's version of 50 Cent. And people just like, ha! Yeah, right. That makes us say he ain't even nowhere near as hard. Bruh, listen. This is what I saw. I don't know how many of the youngins know. If you don't know, YouTube it. But 50's earlier career has, well, I can't say earlier because it's still kind of noted as a bully. But who was it? I think Interscope marketed him as the bully. And although I've been around him, so I know he a little strong. We'll put it that way. He a little strong. But yeah, he's noted as the bully, and he's moved and made money based off of being the stronger force of muscle, I'll say. So when I saw the baby come out, and then it was Suge, and he, knocking it out, well, all that stuff, knocking it out. I was like, yo, that's 50, right? That's little 50 right there. So I think I want people, and I know everybody ain't gonna pay attention to this part, but I want people to look at how labels operate. Normally, when it's a label, they look at an artist like a so-and-so. So if you see how they're marketing her, oh my God, they are like spending bags on top of bags on top of bags to get her and keep her. I'm talking about the artist, her popping. Well, I have called this forever, and I was like, well, labels don't know how to market artists based off of the genuineness of them. They used to. That stopped, I'm gonna say, probably back in like 96. Maybe 2000. I'll say 2000 because we had Nelly and all that stuff. So labels only know how to market somebody because they are like a so-and-so. Her, for instance, they're like, oh yeah, she plays instruments like Prince. Who else is another one? Oh yeah, the Migos are like Outkast. Everybody, and I get why they say it, because they're looking at it based off of the effect that the artist will have on the business. Now, you haven't heard anybody that's kind of like Drake. The reason for that is everybody's like Drake. When Drake came out with that lo-fi, that all that stuff. When Drake came out with that, everybody was like, oh, what's that sound? And it's like artists are like crackheads for that lo-fi sound. Like, I challenge everybody just to come up with some type of creativity to get your own sound. Like, don't just take everybody's stuff. Like, this is lame. It's just lame. It's super lame. So, yeah, I just wanted to get people to get in the space of, well, not the space, get them to start thinking like marketers. Because I think even if the masses start thinking like that, you're not going to just go for anything. And when you have music come out that's not just going for anything, you get more Beyoncés. You get more Ray Charles, 50s, J's. Because the real cream of the crop rises to the top. That's real. Like, you've seen it happen too many times. Even with Russ. Perfect example. And we're going to call Hamp after this. But Russ, I sat and watched the interview with him, and he was talking about how a lot of major artists can't sell out a venue like he can. This is why that is important, why that is very important. When you look at a person like Russ, right, you see this white-looking guy that can rap really good, and, you know, sure, he's white, so he's going to get a fan base. That's how a lot of black people think. Just is what it is. But you're not looking at the footwork and the structure behind the business plan that he has in the play. Like, if you look at Russ, I think he said his average venue is like 2,000 people. 2,000 people don't sound like a lot, right? And that's because you're used to seeing on one ticket, you might see the Baby, you might see Megan Thee Stallion, you'll see the Migos, you might see Rich the Kid, all of them. All of those people together might sell out an arena. Not even an arena. They might sell out like a Tabernacle. Tabernacle, I think, sits like, what is it? Well, no. A little bit bigger than that. But you definitely won't see them go sell out the Benz Stadium by themselves. Those acts can do it by themselves. I'm going to tell you who those are. Those would have been Michael Jackson. Easy would have sold that out. Prince, easy would have sold that out. When you see now, the new generation, you got to have about 10 people on that ticket to sell that out. So for us to be able to do 2,000 by himself in multiple areas, and just think about it, he might be taking a piece of the door in addition to online ticket sales, in addition to merch, in addition to more streams because he did that city, right? All that added up together, you getting bags. Because if one single, and this ain't music class, so I do offer that, but this ain't it. But let's just say, if one single makes $100,000 a week on top 40 radio, and you get to top 40 by yourself, let's just say you number 39, you're still on top 40. Say your single brings you in, let's lowball it, $50,000 a week. $50,000 a week in 4 weeks, you got $200,000 on your own as an independent. Now, when people think independent, you can't think like the artist is out here doing all the footwork, like marketing, tour schedule, hotel bookings, setting up the band for their riders and instruments and all that stuff, and food, and like, no, the artist is not doing that. But because they're not doing it does not mean they can't move like that. They might have pieces in place that can do that for them. But to do it independently, oh my God. For that reason, Russ, yes sir, win-win. That's the win, sir. Win. Next, we call it Coach Hamp. Let's go.
going on, sir?
Yo, it's Coach Hamp. Let's go.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man. I told you I wanted to make sure I introduced you to the people.
Yeah.
I was actually, and I wanted to transition our conversation to I guess our history. But first off, tell the people who you are.
Hamilton Q3, aka Coach Ham. You can find me on IG, which is Hamp Athletics.
Yep.
At Hamp Athletics, find me on that.
Mm-hmm. Where you from?
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. By way of Atlanta.
Hey!
I'm claiming that. Yes, I am.
Look, though. You know what's funny? I know if somebody came down here to shoot a documentary, and they wanted me on camera, and they were like, "Dude, why don't you claim Winston?" And I was like, "Bro, I said I do claim Winston,
Right.
but the movement, the real movement started outside of Winston. So although I grew up there, the movement started L.A., New York, Atlanta. So it's like, you know, but I got love for Carolina. I'm going to give y'all the clap. There y'all go. I got to give them the clap.
Always got to give home the clap. Yeah.
So y'all, again, we just came from talking about 50 Cent, and Hamp already know what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So for y'all that don't know, this is kind of like my second time getting in my Regal Diesel mode. You know what I mean? This is the second time. The first time, is it the third? Is it the second or third? Golly.
It's about the second. Like officially the second.
Officially the second.
No, I know. I take that back. This is the third. Yes, it's the third.
Hold on, I got to give myself a boo for that one. I done did too much. I've been doing way too much, bro. So, all right. So the first time, all right, I'm gonna give y'all some history. Ain't got all day. I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. All right. So in what was that? College?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, in college. You know, I was the big guy. You know, I wasn't getting no females. So I like, man, I gotta do something about this, man. Like, what I need to do. Hamp, for y'all that don't know, this mug is a track star. He's a gymnast. Mm-hmm. This mug is the pusher. You know how we got the dope pusher? Hamp is the fitness pusher.
That's the first time I heard that. I'll take it though.
But yo, I be doing stuff like I think like working out to exhaustion.
Yeah.
Shaking and going on, sweating, shaking. All right, give me another. I'm like, man, no, man. Come on.
Like you got another one in there. I see it.
Yo. So I went from 285?
285, yeah.
To 185, or 187 or 185. I can't remember.
Yeah, the lowest was when we took those pictures in the Y. It was 180.
It was 180?
Yeah, you went down to 180.
Golly. I feel like a bum for real now. But yeah, so Hamp got me from 285 to 180. Mm-hmm. You know, I did my thing. Your boy had the dreads. You know?
Yeah.
And then it took, what was it? Golly, it's been some. The first time it was, so that was like 04.
It was 04.
Yeah, like
my
04.
Daughter was yeah.
So I kept that off from 04 to when I met 50, that was like 09.
Right.
So at the time, you know, for y'all that don't know, I was doing stuff with G Unit, did stuff with Hot Rod, did stuff with Amina, Leah, the chick from Texas anyway. Chick from Texas.
It's all world.
Right. It was just work. So I remember the first time I met 50. He was like, "What's up, fat boy?" So I'm like, "Man, come on, man."
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, come on, man." He like, "Nah, I like you, but you fat though." So I like, "All right, bro, whatever." So I think what was the bet? Because he was trying to, I don't know how much information I'm putting out there, but I know he was trying to do like a Black Eyed Peas of G Unit, right? That's kind of where we were going. I was the Will I Am. The other artists, I'm not going to say all the other artists' names because they might get offended, but they were like the other members of Black Eyed Peas. And he was going to make us the G Unit version of that. Tour schedule, done. Music, done. Like everything was already signed, sealed, delivered. When I moved to Georgia, it was time to do that. I signed off on my paperwork. I just got married too. I need that check, bro.
Yeah.
But I think 50 was like, yo, I give you, I think it's 13,000. I think he's like, I give you $13,000 if you lose. Was it 45 or 50 pounds?
At the point, I believe it was 45. I thought he went up. I thought he said, "What if I told you to lose?" Was like 20. He was like, "Bet."
Yeah.
He said about 30. He said, "Bet." He said, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to lose 45." He said, "I gotta call somebody."
Yeah. So that somebody was Coach Hamp.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it though, what it took about 2 months.
Yeah, because that's what he said. He said he gave you 2 months. 2
months. Y'all do the math now. 2 months to lose, let's say, just round it off, say 50 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's 25 pounds a month. When I tell you, I was working out like a crackhead, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you was killing it.
I can't even remember what I was eating, but anyway, Coach Hamp.
It was clean.
Yeah, it was clean as a mug.
It was clean.
But nevertheless, Coach Hamp got me there. So now, y'all see me as the new podcaster, AKA business owner, entrepreneur, builder, all that stuff. And I got to look like something because I know y'all don't want to see the fat boy on the screen again. So, reached out to Hamp. And this, I kind of been off and on since the pandemic because it's been crazy, whatever. But, I started like, I think December 27th, because it was still in December when I started. So from there to now, golly, I don't even know what the weight is. It's still off because my clothes still baggy. But I can't.
Because we were looking at this time, it was a little bit different because we was looking at more of like a body type, a body look that you was kind of going for.
Right. Don't laugh. I want to be like Terry Crews. Don't laugh.
Hey, kill it. Hey. Hey, we trying to make dreams come true. If that's what it is, that's what it is.
I ain't gonna tell y'all who Shamil wanna look like. I'm gonna just leave that out there. But so for the artists, I wanted to make sure I introduce Coach Hamp to y'all because I know how important the image is on camera. And for me, I don't want y'all to just get the diesel body or go to Dr. Miami and get cut up on, get the big booty. Like, actually do the work for it because you'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
And
you have legs to go with the booty.
Right. Not the legs.
Won't be out here looking like ants.
Yeah, the little leg with the big booty on the back of it.
With the big booty, little leg with the big. We see that, y'all. We really see that.
And
Come
guess
on.
what? Us men don't. No.
We talk about that. Yeah. We see that.
We see all of that. So I guess I did have a few points. A few questions I wanted to ask you to see kind of what you can give to people before, because y'all do look. Y'all not gonna just get on this podcast and get free information. Y'all gonna go to him. And y'all gonna get this. Y'all gonna buy the program, yes sir. And you gonna get him the coaches. So, give him the clap. We clapping for that.
Yeah.
Cause bro, you never know. Bro, I be having so many folk hit my inbox like, yo, what you think about this? And then send me bro, I can screenshot. Somebody sent me a contract to have me review their contract. I'm like, I'm not a lawyer.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
But they recognize the knowledge that you've given, and they're like, "Look, you know more than me."
Hey,
so
well, no, they got to pay for something.
Exactly.
So okay, I'm gonna throw a few scenarios out there, and I want you to kind of give me some advice for the folk.
Let's get it.
All right, so let's say it's an artist that works third shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Female, let's say female artist that works third shift, and she's trying to figure out how to build her gluteus maximus,
Mm-hmm.
but her eating is trash too.
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the first steps she could do to kind of get on the right track?
How old is she?
Let's say 27.
Okay, good. She's starting to just fill out into her body frame. Because people, especially females, when they get around 26, 27, they kind of go through a growth spurt, but they kind of fill out to their frame. Okay. So it's not like they get taller or fatter, but they kind of like fill out. They lose that high school kid type thing, and they fit it. So first thing I would do is get her eating and her sleep right. You can't outwork a bad diet. You cannot do it. It's impossible.
Y'all hear that? I'm gonna use that one.
It is impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. So I would get her eating right. What she's probably doing, what I find most of my people that work third shift, they try to eat like they're living in the daylight hours.
Break that down.
So if you work in third shift, you probably are working maybe like a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Or something like that. Some version of that.
Okay.
So what happens is the rest of the day when the sun is up, that's when the rest of the world pretty much is alive and active. Okay. Well, you're sleeping either a majority of that or a lot of that. So what people do is they'll try to eat lunch at night like they've done, and then they'll eat when they get home when the sun is up, breakfast. Then they'll do some running around and go to sleep, maybe on that full stomach, and then they get up and try to do it again. So their eating is off. Their eating is skewed. So what I usually tell people is typically you'll have 3 breaks. You'll have like a 15-minute break, a 30-minute lunch, a 15-minute break, right? I'll say your first meal is like when you wake up to go to work. That's your first meal. Equivalent to other people's breakfast.
Okay.
Your second meal, which is like a snack between lunch and breakfast, would be that first 15-minute break.
Okay.
Your lunch is your lunch. Your second 15-minute break of the night, that'll be like a snack between lunch and type dinner, depending on when you work out. I would work out like right when I get off work. But so that would be my pre-workout meal, that second 15-minute break.
Okay.
Then I go to bed when I got home.
Okay.
After I worked out.
So you saying not not to go to like Flying Biscuit, eat the whole joint up, and then go home and go to sleep because it's breakfast for everybody else. So you feel like okay.
Nah, don't do that. I don't do, and just like I said, hit me up. We'll talk about clean. What is clean? But more of a specific version, because everybody has different needs and things like that. So it's hard to say what specific protein, carbohydrate, just generally, blanketed out there for right now.
Okay.
But it's going to be, eating as naturally and as when I say clean, you want to do as little preservatives, as little junk food as possible.
I about to say you're going to have to break preservatives down because I ain't telling them y'all slow.
Right.
But
no,
everybody, everybody don't really get.
Yeah. Preservatives are usually, if you look at the back of your food pack and you see all of those ingredients that you cannot pronounce, a lot of those things are additives and preservatives to, a lot of the food is not made where you buy it. So it's to prolong the shelf life of that food until you get it. And a lot of it are chemicals that our bodies don't know what to do with. So we store it as fat. So that's pretty much a nutshell what a preservative is.
Gotcha. So another scenario.
Yep.
Cause this, hey, Rock, this for you, bro. I'm just cause no, bro. Okay, so bro, I'm gonna put it out there cause Rock said I be talking to him, he be like, bro, I don't even want to tell you, bro, cause I already know you're gonna be getting on me, bro. So
see,
this is my thing.
And one other thing, bro, you got to perform, man. Everybody that I train that actually performs, I make them do some type of performance while they, especially during cardio.
Yep.
You're going to have to sing. You're going to have to rap. You're going to have to speak and stay on key.
Yep.
Because when you out there on stage and adrenaline pumps kicks in, if you don't have the stamina, you're not going to breathe properly. And you're going to hear it.
Yep.
Nope.
You're going to be shaky. But see, okay, I'm putting rock business out here because this is what he needs to get him into shape, I'll say.
Yeah.
So again, we were kind of, me and him were going back and forth. Our bet was, of course, I think my goal was like 50 pounds or something like that for the year. So I still got to November. I got, I think, 20 pounds roughly left.
You got that.
I feel like I do. If I keep taking on properties, I won't. So,
well, see, here we go. No. What happens is, okay, listen. When you, and it's for everybody, when you have a busy lifestyle, as you do, when you are unable to get consistent workouts in, make sure your eating is tight. You got to tighten up your eating. Like I told you, you cannot outwork a bad diet. So
that's true.
If I'm not working out, I'm not, exerting everything. So your eating has to be modified to coincide with the energy that you're putting out. So you can't outwork that. So yeah, you can still get there. Just modify what you're eating and how you're eating it.
Okay. Well, you'll be proud because I have learned every menu, Hamp. Every menu. So, okay, case in point. And I'm going to get back to rock. Before we end it. But, all right, so if I go to Chick-fil-A for breakfast, I'm going to get the egg white grill with no chicken.
I hear you.
With a cup of coffee.
Okay, black.
That actually fills me up.
Yes.
I've done that the whole year almost. Like if I can't prepare my stuff at the house, I'm going to get that every time. And it works.
Okay. Yeah.
For lunch, I'm going to find a Smoothie King. I normally stay within that 320 to 360 calorie count for the smoothie. So that's the tart cherry, and now look, they're gonna be writing this down too. That's the tart cherry smoothie in the 32 ounce, and that's the what is it? Green. It's something like green, something plant based. That's a smoothie thing. If I can't get Arden's Garden, I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Back to Chick-fil-A. If I get that, I'm gonna get the garden fresh salad with the vinaigrette. Right. That's still
I love that.
Still in that 320, 360 calorie count.
Right.
Now I ain't gonna lie. Them Sundays, I know you see what I be posting. Hey man, them Sundays I be going in, bro.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I think I made some like fried peach cobbler tart something.
Ooh.
I don't even want to know what the calorie count was.
Now, what's going to help you get there quicker is when you, again, plan your meals at home as much as you can. Because when you go out, you inherently get more sugar, more salt, more fat, all of that. They have to do that to sell it. That's make it taste better. But
really?
when they're in their mind, they're going to put more salt on it. If you go out to a restaurant, I don't care what it is, and the meat comes and it's wet, when it looks wet to the touch, it's glazed with either sugar-based or a salt-based substance. So, I mean, you can do things like, say, hey, look, put the glaze on the side. And you don't have to put it on. But use the Smoothie King, use the salad from like Wendy's, use the Chick-fil-A and stuff like that as supplemental. Meaning if, I'm going to prepare my stuff, but if, you got some of them crazy days where one day was crazy and it leads into the next day that's crazy, and you couldn't prepare it at home, okay, look, I'm going to use this as a supplement. I'm going to go to a Smoothie King because I know it's not the worst thing on the planet, okay? So, but that's a supplement when you can absolutely not make your food at home. If you make your food at home consistently and get everything that you need, that cheat day, so to speak, on Sunday, don't even worry about it. Start being concerned with that cheat day if you start finding yourself eating out multiple times during the week, because all of that stuff can really add up.
Oh man, come on, man, golly.
Hey.
Even when you eat the good stuff.
Yeah, man. But we got to classify good.
Okay.
When you eating out, you got some stuff that's better than other stuff.
Yeah,
but like I
true.
said, inherently, they're gonna put more stuff in it. And they're gonna put typically more calories, more salt, more sugar in that. Which is, the salt and sugar is gonna make you retain water. It's gonna bloat you. So now you're bigger and puffier than you would like to be. You're gonna be more sluggish than you would like to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to holler at you about that one then. Cause my main thing, I can't stand. I tried it. I promise, I tried it, Hamp.
Yeah.
Make the smoothie at the house, right, and then take it to work with me, and it'd be slop at the end of the day. So I like that texture. I can't do the texture, bro. It's just
Exactly.
So
my thing is, I'm a proponent of whole food, not Whole Foods the store so much, but whole food. For example, instead of getting orange juice, eat an orange.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whole foods, things that looked as closely as it did when it grew, flew, walked, or swam on the earth. You know what I mean? And so use other stuff as supplements. So, for example, if I'm going to eat a smoothie like you, and hey, look, I'm going to eat a smoothie because the day is crazy. I'm not going to take one with me because if you're going to eat one, I'll eat it in the morning on the way to work because I know it's not slop.
Okay.
But if I'm going to eat one later in the day, hey, look, I'm going to go to Smoothie King and I'm going to adjust the rest of my calories and stuff. Yeah. The rest of my intake based around that because I know I'm going to go out. Or we're going to have fun Sunday. We just going to do it. Okay. So I'm going to adjust my whole week so I can have fun on Sunday and it not derail me from what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Last thing. This is Rock. I'm back to
Rock. Let's go back to Rock.
I'm gonna send this part to him too. So, what does alcohol and cigarettes do?
Come on, man.
To a workout. I just want to know.
Come on, man.
Give him a.
Why are you working out if you are doing that? Why? Okay, alcohol, especially if it's beer. I call beer liquid bread because it's got a lot of the stuff bread got in it.
Okay.
Right. So if you're gonna do alcohol inherently is more sugar, more calories, and is messing with your liver, is messing with your kidneys. So you're already not functioning at full capacity. Well, if you feel like I gotta work out and I gotta get in shape, you already say, okay, I need to progress from where I am. Okay. Right. I know I'm not gonna be perfect right now, but I gotta progress. Right. But if you are drinking on a consistent basis, then that's you're already starting in a hole. Now smoking.
Is consistent. If he doing it every weekend, is that not consistent enough, or that does?
It's still consistent. Okay. We're consistently doing something, and our body adjusts to it.
Okay.
So if you drinking every weekend, you probably most people say, "Well, I didn't drink during the week, so I'm gonna just go crazy," and they're gonna drink more during the weekend. Right. Now there are some ways that you can drink in it, just like a cheat day, a cheat meal. Right. Especially if you have events and sponsors that are, from alcohol. You can, and I've coached people through this. Get you a glass of the alcohol that the promoters are there for. Nurse that whole glass
the whole
all night long, and you schmooze the people just like that's what it's there for. You're supposed to be rubbing elbows. Hey, I got your drink right here, see? Yeah. And you just nurse that drink all night. You don't have to get drunk. You don't have to whatever.
Right.
Do it. It's an event. Do what you're supposed to do in that event. Promote the product and nurse it all night because you still need your body to perform. That's your instrument, Rock. Your body is your instrument. That's how you make your rock.
Look, dog, he gonna tell you his response is gonna be this.
Come on with it.
Look, boy, that helped my voice out. He call it portage, dude.
Okay, but check this out though. But check this out. It don't help your endurance when you're trying to perform. So now you're gonna have. I'm gonna go to your side, Rock. Now you're going to have a good voice, but you don't have the capacity to perform a whole show. So now you got a good voice, but at the end of the show, you so you sound like back in the day, the Fat Boys beatboxing. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey.
You already good. I'm just trying, like my man said, you got the 20s. I'm trying to put spinners on that thing for you. Come on, man.
Exactly. See, oh man, listen. You can't outwork a good diet. Is that what you say?
A bad diet.
A bad diet. You can't outwork.
You cannot.
Yo, that's my takeaway. A lot of times I get these interviews, and I like to introduce everybody, but I don't have takeaways for myself sometimes because I know that.
Yeah.
Everybody, but hey, that's a takeaway, bro. And yeah. I'm gonna send this part to Rocks just so he had his part.
Oh, please do.
But everybody, that's Coach Hamp. Let them know how they can reach you.
Hey, hit me up on IG. Like I said, is Hamp Athletics at Hamp Athletics.
Yep.
Look me up on IG. Follow me right there. It's in it. Yeah.
And I'm putting the tag right there on the bottom of the screen. Y'all see it. Hamp, I appreciate you, bro.
Man, it's my pleasure. Anytime you need anything, holla at me.
And I wanna do something. I'm setting up like a conference for the artists.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be in 2021 or if it's gonna have to be 2022. But
yeah,
I do want a workout component.
I'm there
to it. So, he's there. He gonna whoop y'all, mother.
Yeah. I am. Don't play. And look, if it's a conference, not only will we have a workout, and we can have a workout. If it's like a weekend, we can have a workout every day, once that weekend, and I'll do like lecturing on anything you want me to. Hey, I'm there. Just let me know what you need.
I love it. I love it. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, man. Always a pleasure. Yes.
All right.
Definitely. All right, man.
Yep. Y'all, that was dope. That was so dope. I hope all of you artists, I didn't mean for this episode to turn into an artist, like an artist education and fitness situation, but I guess it just turned out that way. But again, everybody, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. This was the MAD LUCRATIVE Podcast, where we talk about life, health, wealth, music, and all that good stuff. So I'll see you next week. Till then, peace.